one, come all. It's the only show with Chevar, except for that Twitch thing he does sometimes. This is the Super Chevy Brothers Podcast with your host, Chevy Chev's Jam Master Chevar, and his co-host Cheval, the guy I mentioned earlier. How's your week been?
It's been good. It's been good. It got a lot better after Walmart committed war crimes on me last week. It's been.
Well, do you think that? Hold on. Do you think the week starts on Monday or Sunday?
I think the week starts on Sunday, even though Sunday is also the weekend. But capitalism tells us that the week starts on Monday because that's when everybody goes to work.
No, Mexicans say the week starts on Monday.
Mexicans? Why do the Mexicans say that?
Doesn't the Mexican calendar start on Monday? I'm pretty sure.
The Mexican calendar?
Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the month.
Mexico has their own calendar.
Monday, February, Wednesday, Thursday, and then weekend. Monday.
Hold on, Doug. Look, Mexico starts on Monday.
Mexico starts on Monday. France starts on Tuesday.
Well, okay, hold on. What countries start their week on Monday? Monday's the first week according to first day of the week according to international standard. Oh, most motherfuckers start on Monday. Except see, we're fucked.
We're the weird ones. Oh,
apparently US, Canada, and Japan counted as the second day. Everywhere else counts as the first day.
That makes more sense too, because Sunday is the weekend. But I always thought it was some weird Jesus shit that they were like, oh, Sunday's the top of the week and you gotta worship or something. But no, that's interesting. So it's Japan and in America only.
And Canada. Well, okay, of course the U.S. does it because that's how we do. We do stuff wild. And then, of course, Canada's going to copy us because Canada copies everything we do and then says they hate us. You know how Canada
Those fucking Americans.
And then, of course, Japan's going to do because it's like we're Hannibal Lecter. Japan's the Red Dragon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah. Whatever. Yeah, whatever that means. Yeah. I understood that reference.
Anyway, what happened on Monday?
Monday, I got my PlayStation Monday. Finally, got my PS5. I pre-ordered it, as you guys know if you've been listening to the podcast. Pre-ordered it September 17th. Walmart lied to a bunch of people. They apparently didn't ship a lot of them out until Friday, even though the console came out on Thursday. And after some back and forth with Walmart and FedEx, I figured I could not fix anything, and I got it Monday eventually, and it's all good. Played some Demon Souls. For anybody who is into the Souls stuff, it's really good. It's very good. It's exactly like the PS3 game. I actually remembered how to do some stuff because I think I played the original.
Whoa! What do you mean remembered how to do some stuff?
Well, okay,
what does that mean?
So I don't know if you remember, but when I played this game, I only got like halfway through. I never beat it. I didn't get that far in it.
Me too.
And the beginning part.
Me too.
The beginning part where you get through some of Boletaria, you help out Ostrava when he's like we gotta kill these dudes, but then later on you get to the part where the dragon comes across the bridge and it breathes fire across the whole thing, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember I gotta go distract them over there and then run back here before he gets over here and then run across the bridge, and I did it first time because I was like, oh yeah, I remember doing this, but it's cool because
so you got a giddy inside, all tingly.
Yeah.
The memories.
Well, cool. Well, it's really cool because, this is something that I can say, I did play this game originally when it came out. And, I didn't get super far into it. And I didn't, master it or anything like that. But there were so many things I remember, the first ball that comes down the stairs. You don't want to turn down the wrong hallway in the first 10 minutes because you'll get wrecked by these two knights that are way stronger than you at the beginning of the game. The first boss is beat with a fire weapon because it's just a big slime dude with a bunch of shields. And, I like it because I feel like there's a lot of people who didn't play this one that they get to play this now. And it's a lot easier to access. And, I don't know. It's fun so far. I have gotten frustrated with it a little bit because it is some Demon Souls shit. I only died once so far, but I had to waste a lot of grass a couple times. But I did that. I played some Tsushima, 60 frames per second. It's pretty cool. It all looks really good. Everything.
Okay, all right. Hold on. We got a whole time for you to talk about PlayStation 5. All right.
Yeah.
We know you're the only person on the
in the
planet with
world,
it. So
apparently.
hold your horses. All right,
Fucking Walmart.
all right. I get it. I get it.
I like that.
I get it, man. I get it, dog.
Yeah.
I do.
No. But
I
it's been
tried
an
to get
okay
one.
week. Yeah.
I had. You were. So if no, you guys don't know this, but Biko was extremely upset that his PlayStation didn't come on. What was it, Tuesday?
Thursday, because
And
it
he
came
called
out
Walmart
Thursday.
and he Thursday and he called Walmart and he called, like, he said so many evil things. They had to shut down. I mean, it's really racist. I
Wait,
heard the
what?
phone call. They had to shut down the El Paso one because they thought that was
Okay,
gonna go
okay. I did
haywire.
not even call anybody, so you're fucking lying. I tried to call
He,
Walmart,
he
and
sent
Walmart,
he
you have
sent
to go
emails.
sacrifice your firstborn, slit a goat's throat, and then jump off the Empire State Building and get anybody to fucking answer you. So no, I did not have to talk to anybody from Walmart.
Yeah, that's what he says. Look, I know what happened. I heard it. I was the sounding board about all the horrible things he did to get this. And then guess what? It was just delayed. That's all. So
It was
he
delayed because
got
they
it.
didn't ship it.
Other
They lied to me and said they shipped it. It never got shipped.
right.
They
While
fucking liars.
the rest of us peasants, we were stuck with no PlayStation and basically having to make sure that we could feed our families, like normal human beings. But Biko got one, so good for him. I tried to get one. I sat there and
Okay,
I typed and I typed and
I did
Kalonica. We
too.
had a workstation.
I was
We had a
doing it
whole
too.
table. Kalonica
I was a whole
had
like city away doing that shit.
Kalonica had an iPad and her phone. She ended up just shopping for herself. It's hard to she was looking for a PlayStation, and then
I'm
she
sorry, I
ended,
was
like, I
trying
looked
not
at
to
the
laugh.
basket.
That's really fucking funny.
She threw in, like, she had like trees and stuff in there. Mom was trying. She got too into it. Mom got way into it. Way too into it. She
She
was
started calling
yelling.
me.
She put streams on. She was watching streams of, like, live streams on YouTube of other people getting them, and she was jumping back and forth and
Wait,
throwing
is
stuff around.
has mom gotten like into
And
like live streams?
oh my god, this household has changed
Oh
tremendously
my
over
god,
the
is mom
past
gonna be a streamer? Oh my
4 days.
god, no.
There's okay. So check it out. So Kalonica, right? She's doing her I don't know, influencer thing, I guess. So she saw that. I guess she just saw that women are on Twitch. I think she just thought it was for losers or something. But she saw this is, and so she spent a week just watching women on Twitch, and she watched everything. She
What was
watched
she watching?
the
Was she
girls.
watching Belle Delphine, or was she watching
I
Minx? Or who is she? Who is
don't
she
know.
watching?
I mean, she watched Pokimane. She watched
She
Amaranth.
watched
She watched.
Pokimane. Oh my god!
I mean, for hours and taking notes and stuff. And then so she
What?
had her first stream on Sunday. Excuse me. She had her first stream on Sunday, and it went well. Um, she had she played Among Us. She had a great time
Yeah, I watched it for a little bit.
with
It was
that.
great.
Yeah. So that's
She's
that. Like, so now, and she's just been playing on her own, which is weird because she hates games. She absolutely hates video games, or she did. Now she's into it. I mean, I've had situations like we were at a friend's house and we were playing that wonderful cooking game. What's that called? The one where you cook with people. You got to get the
um
ingredients and chop, chop, chop.
uh Cooking Mama? I don't know, nigga.
Whoa, come on, the game. On PlayStation, it's on there.
Oh,
There's a part
Overcooked.
two. Overcooked, right?
Yeah, it's on a
So
lot of
we were
stuff. It's
playing
not only on
Overcooked.
PlayStation. Yeah.
No, it's not only on PlayStation. Did I say only?
Yes.
All right. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So I couldn't get her to play that. I couldn't get her to play anything, nothing. But now she's super into Among Us.
That's
She's
really
having
funny.
like
She sounds like every
she's
Twitch
having
streamer.
conflicts though. She doesn't like to lie because she's a Buddhist, and she also doesn't like to kill people. So her reaction.
So how does she like the
time,
game?
One time, she killed somebody. Somebody saw the body, and she just immediately typed, "Haha, it was me." I'm like, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to tell people it's you. She's like, "You got me." I'm like, "No, come on, you can't do that." She won a few times. She won a lot as the imposter, actually.
Oh my god!
And then on top of that,
that's hilarious.
Top of that, mom, the world famous mom. Everyone loves mom.
Everybody
right?
loves
so
mom.
Mom finally got a phone worth getting. She got the iPhone 12.
Damn, where's mine?
I don't know, bro. Where is yours? Where's my PlayStation? How about that?
Hey, you know what?
That's
fair enough.
How about
fair
that?
Enough. I'm not even gonna be mad. Fair enough. I'll take my PS5. You take your iPhone 12.
So she's like, "Oh, I don't see the difference in this phone and my Android 7 Galaxy."
What is she talking about?
But I'm like,
her phone was from 2000, like fucking 10. What is she talking about?
So I was like, "You're gonna see the difference. You're just gonna feel the difference in the phone." So I did, I said, "I'll get a game you'll like," because she'll download crossword puzzle games, she'll download Sudoku. I'm like, you can do that literally in the newspaper. That's not
a game.
Video game technically, but right. So I downloaded an easy simple Eggs Inc. I just got Eggs Inc. for her.
What is that?
It's a cookie clicker basically.
Oh God, no, you can't. You can't do that. Oh shit.
She's addicted to the game.
No. Okay.
In the minute we were working.
Chevar knows he can't do this because mom was addicted to a cooking game for like 5 years of our lives that she wouldn't stop playing.
What cooking game? What are you talking about?
Remember, it was attached to.
What are you talking about?
Okay, it wasn't Cookingville, but it was like she ran a restaurant and it was on her computer and it was through a dating website that she didn't really use the dating website. It was only she played the game through it. And she would literally leave her laptop open during Thanksgiving, during Christmas, and literally play this game forever and be like, I gotta keep my restaurant running. I gotta keep the stuff cooking.
I have no recollection.
You should ask her. Ask mom on Tag.
When did this happen?
Ask mom about the cooking game she used to play on the Tagged app. Ask her about that, or tag.com. Because she used to be on there, because remember, she would make fake profiles and troll people and like, haha, like, it ain't me. But then, like, eventually she stopped doing that, and she would just only play the cooking game. During Christmas, I remember she'd be cooking in the kitchen, and in between making every dish, she would go straight to her computer and get some shit started, because she'd be like, all right, it takes 4 hours for that to start in the game.
Well, okay, can you stop? Listen, when did this happen? I have no recollection.
In like the early 2010s, dude. Yeah, this is like when I was in high school.
Okay.
You should ask mom about that. No, ask her and then report back next podcast, because I promise you, I can't believe you don't remember this. She would only talk about this. She would sit in her bed all day to play this game and be like, I'm at the top of the leaderboards.
Okay, what? You making it sound like a otaku or something.
No, she was just very into it. She still went to work. She still socialized. But when she wasn't doing that, she was playing that game. She really liked it. It's like he was sushi.
Well, anyway, so... Right. So anyway, she's been on Eggs Inc. for the past 2.5 days constantly. She's so proud of her eggs and how much money she's made with her eggs. And she's watching all of her ads, and yeah, everyone in the house now is a gamer apparently, except for me. I've played fewer games and less game time than anyone in this house in the past.
That's sad, man.
It's pretty sad.
I've been playing hella Yakuza before I got my PS5. This shit's fire.
All right, well, that's sad. It's time for some news. It's news time. There's some news. I mean, we got new consoles out. The Xbox Series X and the The wonderful, beautiful, magnificent
It's
PlayStation
pretty.
6. Is that what we're on now?
PlayStation 8 actually. We missed a couple. It's been
Yeah,
a while.
right.
It's pretty. It's fucking gigantic. If you're like me and you didn't get the PS4 Pro, which itself was pretty hefty. The PS5 is fucking gigantic. It's like 3 times the size, dude. It's huge. I had to clear out an entire shelf for it. Like it needs its own
Oh, come
zip
on!
code,
An
dude.
entire shelf.
Okay,
An entire
Chevar,
shelf.
look. Okay, Chevar, look. The PS4 is about this big, right? About this big. The
That's a
PS5 is
Subway
like this
sandwich.
fucking big. It's like this big. I'm not exaggerating. And I got the disc version, which you dumb motherfuckers who got the non-disc version because you said it's more aesthetically pleasing. It doesn't have the bulge in the side. What are you talking about? Are you stupid?
Okay, hold on, hold on. Why are you insulting people for just maybe having the preference of digital things?
All I'm
Maybe
saying
they
is
don't want the
if I
physical.
own any PS4 games and I didn't get a PS5 physical disc edition, I'd feel like a dumbass because then it's just me being like, I don't want to play my new games any better. I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. Some of these kids doing
Well,
out
I
here.
mean,
I don't understand it.
I'm sure the people who got the digital version, they only care about the digital games. Look, I'm
True.
not a fascist like you, okay?
I'm just a
I'm not
PlayStation
about
fascist.
controlling. But we'll get to that later. Number one, Yakuza producer wants to work on Sonic games. As we all know, Yakuza is trash, and the, the Sonic games are also
Did you say
trash.
Yakuza is trash? I fucking hate you, dude. Yakuza is great. It's good
Okay,
shit.
Yakuza is not trash. Yakuza is fun.
It's fun, dude.
I enjoy Yakuza. It's not trash. It's
Yeah, that shit's fun, dude.
but
It's not like Hall of
Sonic is
Fame
definitely
game or
trash.
anything, but
Sonic is trash. It's like there are a couple good games here and
the
there,
only
but
good
that's
game
like
was the fan
finding.
made one that was made a few years ago that Sega let
No, that's not the
fans
only
make.
good game. What are you talking about?
The
That's not the only
the
good game.
only good recent one. What was good before that? Before it was Generations and then that one, and there were like 5 games in between Generations and Mania.
Which,
Look it up.
what's the other
I'm
Sonic
actually
game?
curious. Sonic Heroes. I think that was one people liked, or either that was the one that people thought was really bad. I don't remember. I think Sonic Heroes is the one that people liked. I don't know.
No, Sonic
Sonic
Heroes.
Forces
No,
was
no
the
one
one
like
people
that.
liked. Sonic Heroes was terrible. It was glitched to pieces.
Forces is probably trash too. Anyway, the point is that these
Not
Sonic
good.
games are not good. But Yakuza and Sonic are Sega games. So the director, producer, wants to work on a Sonic game. That's what he. I guess he's a Sonic fan, which makes sense, and he has that chance. So I want to know because no one cares that much about Sonic on this
Yeah.
show, right? All right, cool.
I
I
I, I
mean,
stopped caring about Sonic after Sonic Adventure 2.
I like Sonic. I do. I
I
think
like
a lot of
Sonic.
the games are fun. The quality's just bad these days, right? So I want to know what producers or directors would you like to see produce or direct other games?
Oh shit. Oh man. Let me think. Ah man, that's a great question. That's a great question.
Bro, did you not read my question before? This is not new.
No, I. Why are you
Oh
ruining
god.
the illusion of me hearing this question for the first time? You motherfucker! You ruin. This is production quality we're talking about right here. So, personally, I'd like to see Hideo Kojima just do a bunch of different shit. I'd like to see Hideo Kojima fuck with some shit like what's another cryptic ass game? I'd like to see him do like a Call of Duty or some shit. I think that'd be hilarious because he'd probably just do some dumb ass shit with it. It wouldn't even be a Call
I
of
mean,
Duty
Call of
game
Duty is
anymore.
pretty ridiculous already. With
Yeah, I mean with them rewriting the Cold
AFK
War.
and
Yeah,
they rewrite all of history, really. I
yeah.
mean,
I kind of want to get Black Ops. Look good. I
uh,
would also like to see. I mean, it's funny that you mentioned Sonic. See, I know your opinion on Mario games, but I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it would be cool to see Nintendo take on the Sonic property and like try to do something else with it, or try to like,
Nintendo. Look, okay, if Nintendo took over Sonic Project, the only reason it'd be that super ridiculously popular would be because it's Nintendo. That's it. People wouldn't care if there's actually quality in it. I mean, people bought Pikmin for God's sakes. Come on.
That is true. I did not buy Pikmin. I'm good on that.
Right.
Yeah. No. Okay.
But like, hey, check it out. Look, Kojima. That's one. I'd say 90% of people who do what we're doing right now would say that. That's an easy. That's a cop out.
Okay. No. I that's fair. You're right. That's fair.
What else you got? Yeah.
Listen. Okay. I want Cliff Bleszinski
to do what?
To direct.
Stop doing that. That is not good for sound.
Infamous. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know, dude. I can't think of like one off the top of my head. I want to hear what you have to say. What do you have to say? What kind of directors would you see?
I want Hidetaka Miyazaki to do
Dark Souls for people who don't know.
Huh?
It's Dark Souls for people who don't know.
Yeah, Dark Souls,
Bloodborne, Demon Souls, yeah.
I'd like to see him do a fighting game. It can be anything, but like I'd like to see him on a Street Fighter or a Guilty Gear or something. I just think the twists and the I don't know. I just think you could do it. You could just make it a different genre. I mean, what they did with RPGs, what he did with RPGs is, I mean, Bloodborne, Demon Soul, they're still RPGs, right?
Yeah, they're RPGs.
You have this real Dungeons and Dragons type of feel to them that other RPGs are also Dungeons and Dragons, but it just really feels more dungeony to me. I'd like to see what he does in a fighting game or something like just a different genre outside of RPG.
No, that makes sense.
Because we've seen Sekiro's kind of outside of that. It's more the character action thing, which is good.
Yeah,
it's great, but I'd like to see a fighting game from Miyazaki.
That's cool. No, I think that's a good one. Because I'd be curious how that would go, like in terms of mechanics and stuff like that. But no, that's interesting. I was thinking that maybe I would like to see the guys who usually do, stuff like Infamous and Sucker Punch. Yeah, that's what their name is. Sucker Punch. I want them to take on something that's more like horror. Like, let's say they would do like Resident Evil. I feel like they could like actually take that to somewhere where it would be more realistic. It wouldn't be as like campy. Because I feel like that's the thing that's been kind of... I feel like that's the one thing about Resident Evil that like you can play off of it, and that's what made 7 so good. I played a little bit of 7 recently. Is that, it took some of that campiness and like made it a little more serious, and I feel like especially the way that Sucker Punch handles a lot of like their cinematics and stories and stuff, and the Insomniac guys too, the same kind of thing. I want to see them cross over into horror, because I feel like if they took on something like Resident Evil or even something like Amnesia or something like that, it could be more cinematic. It wouldn't be as like, just kind of like, all right, well, here's a bunch of campy shit. I don't know. That would seem interesting to me, because I feel like some of those experiences kind of need to be on rails a little bit, and they're kind of good at doing that in terms of like keeping like you on a path with like an illusion of like, oh, there's other objectives and collectibles you can do and shit like that.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I think mine's better, but okay.
No, I like yours. I just like Miyazaki. I want Miyazaki to do a bunch. Miyazaki and Kojima, I want them to go fuck with a bunch of stuff. I know people are split on Death Stranding. I don't really give a shit. I like Kojima. I still like Kojima. I wish they would have let him finish MGS5 to this day, because it's...
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, sorry. I thought you'd
I'm
finish your sentence. Yeah. All right. Call of Duty for the first time in 13 years. Did you hear it?
Yes.
Round.
It's round Tizu for the first time in 13 years. Can you count that high?
Yeah. 1, 2.
Show
13.
me on your fingers.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh my God, you do count like a Japanese person.
5, 6, 7.
Oh, never
8,
mind. You use
9,
2 hands.
10. 12, 13. There you go. See, I got. 13.
Do you know how to count on your hands in Japanese? You know how to do that?
What do they start with? They start with this finger. They start with the pinky.
No,
What
they
do
don't start with the anal finger. What are you?
The anal finger. No, you use your
Really?
you use your middle and your index for the. What are you talking about, you amateur?
Oh my God! Here it goes. Here we start with the thumb and we work down to the pinky. Right? You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? And then you don't bring this hand. You don't bring this bad boy up. You don't bring that left one up. You put that left one down, and then you put that pinky back down. 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, thumb, right? 10, and then this is what always happens because I've counted it a lot with Japanese people. They forget where they are, and then they're like.
So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then they'd be.
But the problem is, here's the thing. You'll go like this. You'll go like, hey, you'll say something like, oh. By the way, I love Japanese people. Okay, you say something like, "Hey, Shunsuke, how many?
Is that a real name?
How many donuts?"
Are you being racist? What
Shunsuke is absolutely a name.
Okay.
What are you doing? He was like, "Hey, Shunsuke, how many donuts did you eat today?" And Shunsuke will go, "Oh, I ate." And he'll do that, or sorry, he'll do this. He'll do this, and you're thinking, "Oh, 4." Now, if you're not watching the visual part of this podcast, I just counted from my thumb, I raised my thumb, went all the way to the pinky, and then lowered my pinky, because that's how you get to 6, and then I showed it to Biko. That looks like a 4. And this happens constantly, and nobody just gets it, right? Also, I don't have to count my fingers. I'm pretty good with my mind counting.
with your brain?
With my brain counting.
I can count pretty well into my brain until I get to about 7. Then it gets kind of hard after that. But no, so Call of Duty fucked up. They you
are a Texan, so
they got beat by Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. Back to it. Call of Duty, first time in 13 years, not the top of the charts in its release week. First of all, Call of Duty for the past, I think, 3 years has been dropping in sales.
Yes.
Now they still make like $1 billion every time.
No, yeah, but best believe they're gonna get that fucking money. Yeah.
Right. Usually it sounds bad to make half of what you did last year, but when half of last year is still like $2 billion, I think you're okay. But they were beaten by Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Hey, didn't somebody play that recently? Somebody I know played that.
Yeah, I'll get to it. Give me a second. So these numbers, though, are from physical only. So there's a good chance that Call of Duty actually, did as good as it usually does. It's probably.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, these are only physical, which makes all the sensationalism that much more interesting, I guess. I don't know. But I think from the data that we got, so 60% of Valhalla sales were from the PlayStation, 40% from the Xbox. They didn't distinguish new gen or old gen. But to give us an idea of how many people out there have old gen, new gen rather. So for Call of Duty, 9% of the sales went to the Series X and S. 17% went to the PS5, and the rest is split between the PS4 and Xbox One and Xbox One X.
Right.
So it seems like a good 30% of the people who bought physically Call of Duty are new gen owners. So
yeah,
consoles catching on pretty well.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
What were you saying?
No, yeah, it seems like a lot of people are getting it on the new console. And I was gonna ask, isn't this the one? Aren't these the games that you can also buy them for $60 on PS4 and then just upgrade them to PS5? Or Am I wrong?
I think Call of Duty you have to pay like $10 to have the upgrade, so it costs you the same.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Assassin's Creed, I'm not sure. Assassin's Creed might be free, and then you get the upgrade. I don't know.
Yeah.
Speaking of Assassin's Creed,
How is it?
I played it. All right, so
what was the last Assassin's Creed game you played before this one?
So the last time I played Assassin's Creed, I think was 2012 or 11. It's one of the ones with Ezio, I'm pretty sure.
It wasn't Revelations because I remember you watched me beat Revelations because you didn't want to beat it.
No, it's too much, man. Okay, so before I say what I'm going to say about Assassin's Creed Valhalla, there are a few things that have to be noted. When I played on stream, so if you want to watch, you can go watch it. It'll be uploaded to
Super
YouTube
Chevy Bros.
In some fashion. It's at Super Chevy Bros, the Twitch channel, because I am a loyalist to this brand, and I don't.
Yeah, you are. What about it?
2. When I played the game, I played it on video drivers, like editing drivers, and not game drivers. So there's a good. It's very likely that the visual quality of the game was lower than it should have been, as far as like shadows and textures and things of that nature, because I was playing on video editing drivers instead of game drivers, because I was editing video and I just didn't feel like changing over.
Yeah.
Number 3, game trash, man.
Wait, what?
I know Valhalla's got like 9s and 8s and 10s. I played the game for about an hour.
I was not expecting
an hour. I played the game for about an hour. Okay. The beginning reminds me a lot of Shadow of Mordor, like almost a little too much, except you're the kid instead of the dad. I also have no idea what's happening in the Assassin's Creed storyline up to this point.
Chevar,
past
okay.
2012.
I can clear that up for you. There is
no, don't clear.
Chevar, no, Chevar. They scrapped it. No, I'm telling you, they scrapped it. It doesn't exist. Like every game now is just a simulation. They scrapped it.
Yeah, they've all been simulations.
I know, but like the original storyline with what was his name? Whatever his name was, Ezio's. Yeah, Desmond. That's been scrapped. They stopped doing that after like 3. They stopped that a while ago.
No, how did they stop it? What do you mean?
They stopped after they decided to just focus on the fact that it's just stuff in the Animus based on assassin stuff, but there's no overarching plot with the real world as much anymore.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that because, and hear me out, because at the beginning of this game, you get to a point after like a little cinematic section, right, where the characters talking, and one of them's complaining about the simulation acting a certain way. And then there's another person that you can just tell by her voice is like a tech nerd or whatever. So there's got to be some overlying.
Yeah.
That's not even important. That's not even important.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Let's start
on the gameplay loop. Yeah.
The surface of the game. All right. The voice acting is really annoying.
Change the slide.
Look, I don't know how Vikings sounded, right? But I know how fake Vikings sound, and you know why I know? Because I played Assassin's Creed Valhalla. 2, it's really dramatic, which all the Assassin's Creeds are, and I'm used to that being a thing, right?
Next slide. Yeah.
But after I play something like I don't know, what's another game I play? After I play something like Last of Us or Tsushima or something like that, right? I'm like other stuff sticks out.
Yeah.
That's like, oh, that's kind of cheesy, really cheesy. All right, but that you can put all that to the side. Look, I'm a man that enjoys when they cry. All right. I'm a man. I'm a man who sat through all of Metal Gear. All right.
All of those 1 hour cutscenes.
I'm okay with flaws and things. I love Metal Gear's story. Like I love Devil May Cry's cheesy stuff. I got it. It's fine. But when you give me the controller and the actual parts that I'm playing are kind of like it feels empty. I don't know. Maybe it's because there's no rumble. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too used to using a console for
Ooh,
that stuff. But when
yeah.
a combat feels like, and I'm not shitting you. If you go watch my gameplay, it looks like it probably because of the drivers, and it feels like it. It feels like Dragon's Dogma. And I like Dragon's
Oh,
Dogma,
yes.
but
No.
Dragon's Dogma is from 2011.
Yes. Okay, Chevar, that
Right?
has been a lot of people's biggest complaint. So you're not the only person. That has been a lot of people's biggest complaint since I think Odyssey was the first one. No, Origins. That's been people's complaints since Origins. Is they made it very RPG-ish with the combat. It's very like it's exactly what you said. That's what it looks like to me too. So I'm not I'm not surprised.
Well, it's very shocking to me because I played last time in 2012 or something, where the combat was like you've got four guys around you.
It's like Tsushima.
It's like a mix between Batman. It does feel a little bit more like Tsushima, those older ones.
Tsushima
Because when
definitely
you get into
took from the original Assassin's Creed for sure. That's like
because when you get surrounded by a bunch of guys, like you can feel it. Your character is locked on to dudes just by the direction you're pressing and stuff like that, right? Like that's what old Assassin's Creed feels like. This Assassin's Creed feels like left hand, right hand, swing, 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 swing. That's it. That's all you do. The whole
that's disappointing.
and that's okay. I've only played for 40 minutes. Maybe it gets better. I can't assassinate anyone yet. Gee,
in an Assassin's Creed game? Holy shit.
Now, admittedly, I play slower than most players. I like to look at everything and touch all the buttons and find out all the things you can do before I actually do this stuff.
Yeah,
right?
That's normal.
That's
how I play games.
So maybe that's a problem with me. All right. But it just felt like I'm 40 minutes in. I should be able to assassinate someone by now, but no, I can't.
Yeah.
The fighting I'm doing is just like hack. It just feels so bad to me.
Yeah.
And then I watch the reviews, and everyone's like,
"This is fantastic.
This game is great." And I don't know, man. I chose to play as a girl. I'll probably choose to do the thing. Yeah. So there's this thing where it just switches you back and forth between them for whatever reason that has to do with the plot, I guess.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
I don't know. It's just really like I don't know. I'm gonna keep playing it. I'm gonna continue.
That sucks.
I'll probably play it. I'll probably play most or all of it on the stream.
Yeah.
And now I have to set a schedule of streams between your streams and Kolonika's streams. I don't want to stream Eggs Inc.
Oh God. Yeah.
So
that'd be an entertainment stream.
Gonna happen there, but yeah.
No, that's.
I'm
cool.
not a big fan of the game. I was actually extremely disappointed. My expectations weren't high, and I'm still disappointed.
Oh shit. You got it for free, right? Because you got it. It was like a free download code.
Yes, and I got Just say we got it for free because we're cool like that.
Well, I mean, I didn't say how you got it. You got a free copy of the game though. So.
Yeah, I got a free copy of the game.
Yeah, that's wild. Okay, well that sucks. I don't know because I'm looking for more PS5 games to buy because we only have Miles Morales. MK11 has a PS5 version now. And I have Demon Souls. But I was thinking about Assassin's Creed. I heard Godfall was trash. And now I'm kind of leaning towards Call of Duty, and I might not buy it.
Godfall is such... Oh my god, Godfall is such a disappointment. Like, I watched... With the day it came out, I watched probably, like, 6 hours of people playing. And it, like, the gameplay actually seems fun.
Yeah.
It reminds me a lot of...
It looks great.
Even kind of a little worse because there is no story.
Oh,
God. Very little customization. It's a worse Avengers, and that sucks because I think Avengers is a good game that has lots of problems as far as production.
Yeah, I think it's fun. Yeah.
Godfall looks like it has interesting combat with different weapons and lots of weapons, and then everything else falls apart. The story is trash. Not just trash. It's not even anything to follow. Like you don't even know what's happening in the story. The maps are just like beads. There's there's an arena, a round arena, and then there's a path, and then there's a round arena, and then there's a path, and there's a round arena, and it's just that's it. If you look at the maps, that's what it looks like.
Oh, okay.
And then the end game is just playing the same missions from the main game, but they're harder.
So Destiny.
No, Destiny hasn't. Destiny has raids and Destiny has multiplayer that you can do with all these people and do like Destiny has things to do. Godfall seems really disappointing. And the thing is, Godfall is not like this is the difference between Avengers and Destiny and Godfall. Godfall is not a live service game.
Oh.
Godfall, it's not a live service game. There is no, we're gonna be adding these expansions and these things will change. Like the reason you get a live service game is you get in early, you figure out the systems, and you grow with this idea of things. The game is shaped by the community, right?
Yeah,
that's the whole point of live service games. This is not a live service game. This is just a game. And then, so I'm sure there'll be DLC. I'm sure they'll add more Valor plates and all its garbage. But it's for that just to be the game, and it's just limited to that.
Disappointing.
It's like it. Who was the design? Like you have to have someone like combat design is fine or whatever, but somebody's got to say like, "Hey, we need more than we need fight." Why can't everything be Bloodborne? That's the problem. Everyone can just like seriously. Before like as PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, this is what you need to do. Every time a studio, like a new studio, wants to bring something to you, like, we got this game for you called Godfall. Like, okay, that's cool, but first make a Bloodborne for us. Make a Bloodborne, and then we can they've got all the rules. Like, you can't have this too much nudity, and it has to have trophies enabled.
Yeah,
and you have to be able to get on it has to run off the SSD. Also, it has to be a Bloodborne.
It has to be just like Bloodborne. Yeah. Hey, no, but actually, I have some gripes with Bloodborne.
It has to be a Bloodborne.
Nah, fuck that. Bloodborne doesn't run at 60 frames per second. I don't want it to be like Bloodborne.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's a thing.
Yeah. That's disappointing. Yikes.
They don't want to release a patch. I don't know why. It can't possibly take longer than
all the patch. Okay, so the excuse I heard is that upping it to 60 frames per second will put the pace of the game off because the game was made to run at 30 frames per second.
Is really bad.
Yeah, but I don't give a fuck. Unlock the frame rate. Like put the option in there to unlock the frame rate so I can just do 60 frames per second and we don't have to do any of this shit anymore.
Well, to me, for Bloodborne, right? The frame pacing in that game is already bad. So if you don't know, frames per second, right? You have 30, you have 24, which is movies, you got 60 and 120, which are video games, you have 30, which are most games at the moment, right? 30 frames per second. Frame pacing is that you keep 30 frames per second,
right?
But within those seconds, how many of those frames are the frames should come out evenly. Sometimes they don't. Some frames last and sit on the screen longer than other frames,
right?
And that's where you get the stuttering in your game, especially when you get into areas like, and it's a special kind of stuttering. It's not like when the character kind of stops and moves. It's kind of like. It's more of a jitter.
It's like there are artifacts left behind. Like it's like the shit's just like following itself.
Kind of, yeah, a little bit. So I get it. If they're like, the frame pacing's already bad at 30, just put it to 60 and let us live with still bad frame pacing. I don't think anyone's gonna really complain.
Nobody cares. People who've used the patch that the guy put out already on PS4 Pro. They don't care. They like it. They don't give a shit. Nobody's
no one cared the first time.
Nah, nobody gives a shit. Just put the patch out. Because I hate it because people are like, oh, we don't know how much it would take them to. No, listen. It does not take a bunch of fucking programming for them to unlock the frame rate so that the PS5 can take advantage of it. I feel like that's kind of like trying to give them slack for something they don't need slack for. But no, I don't know. I'm glad I can play Sekiro and Dark Souls 3 at 60 frames per second. I'm fine with that. at the moment, but I don't know. I feel like that's a train a lot of games need to hurry up and get on, the whole 60 frames per second thing. I know that that's like the thing already, but holy shit. I tried to play a game in 30 frames per second. I played Spider-Man in 30 frames per second, which is great because it has ray tracing. It looks awesome. But I still like the performance mode, and that doesn't even have ray tracing. I don't even give a shit if it doesn't have ray tracing.
I saw on Twitter Patrick Klepak or whatever. He's like, he says something to the. Fuck it, I'll find it. Give me a second.
Okay.
This guy.
It might have been a tweet I replied to.
Probably, because this guy always says stuff that makes me think, should we get more gulags? And should they be on like ours? Because like it really upsets me when he says stuff like what I'm about. You did you retweet it?
I don't know. I don't know yet. I need to see it first, and then I'll be able to confirm.
It's him talking about frame rate.
Yeah. I think I quote responded to it, something like that.
What did he say, man?
Let me see. I'm gonna go back. Yeah, he said, I do not like how often. Please. I do not like how often video game fans obsess over frame rates, and I have played plenty of excellent games with bad frame rates, and yet the PS5 has fucking broken me, and I don't like the result. So he posted an article, and here's the thing. Fuck that. I always like 60 frames per second more. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. It ain't got nothing to do with new console.
No. It's not about that. This whole thing is this like this virtue signaling kind of like video gamer thing. Like, I don't care about graphics. I don't care about frame rates and da. But now, right, this guy who supposedly I don't know. I would expect if you're a games journalist, right, you play PC games, but
you should be playing PC games.
Apparently not, right?
Yeah.
Apparently not. The guy's like, well, 60 frames per second actually is really good, and now I can't go back to playing things less than 60 frames per second. But he doesn't want to just say, yeah, 60 frames per second is the way to always go. This is what we should be doing, because he doesn't want to be like a bad guy or something. I don't know. Well, not always. I'd say 120 is the limit. Yeah. I play stuff at 180 and you don't.
The highest I've played is 140, and I'm not gonna lie, I agree. Past 120, I can't tell the difference. 60 to me should be the bare minimum because it looks great. And 90 is great. 120, perfect. Anything above 120, I can't tell the difference. I feel like my eyes are just...
No, so for me, like, okay, 60 is really smooth. 120, to me, feels more lifelike. In like a...
It helps your response time, dude. Lifelike.
30 is not bad, and when you're used to 30, it's fine. But, like, there's a reason people have always played games in 60 frames fighting games in 60 frames per second since like 1995, right? There's just this fluidity to it. Past 120, I think if you can tell the difference past 120,
you're crazy.
And no, because you can tell a difference when you get to like 100, like 180 and stuff. You can tell a difference, but it's not like.
It's not a massive.
It doesn't really improve the experience to me. I mean, maybe to someone it does, but to me, it doesn't really improve the experience. Yeah. 120 is fine.
Yeah, no, I recently played a lot of multiplayer Gears of War 4, and which I figured out because I've been in a lot of forums and stuff. A lot of people prefer Gears of War 4's multiplayer to Gears of War 5, and for this reason, because it resembles Gears of War 3, which was the best multiplayer game ever, in my opinion. I don't give a shit what anybody says. And I've been playing at 120 frames per second. And not only does it look better, it feels better. You respond to shit a lot easier. Your character moves a lot faster. You can see shit happening a lot better. Edges don't look as fucking harsh. I was playing Tsushima at 60 frames per second yesterday. It doesn't look like a fucking painting anymore, but it looks really smooth, and you can actually see things as they happen, and it doesn't look all choppy in some places where things animate, things like flow. I don't get why people are trying to avoid just saying that 60 frames per second looks better on the eyes. Like, people are like, I want to the integrity of art and all. Nah, fuck that. It looks better. Like, I'm not.
Well,
doing
it's
that.
this thing about saying that graphics are everything. He's like being a dick and an asshole, and it kind of is, because you do have.
It kind of is.
I mean, we had this talk a few weeks ago about PC people jacking. Like, this new 2077 video came out, right? They released another video showing
Series
the
X
Xbox
gameplay
and the X, right? And people have been comparing it to the PC version and everything. But like I said before, in reality, most people with the garbage graphics cards that they have, it's not going to look much better than the Series X.
I have a 2060, and most people I know do not have anything close to a 2060. They have like...
Right. So, like, the thing is, people talking about graphics and all that stuff, it is one layer of what games are, right? Because you have games that are stylistic and stuff. Sometimes story is more important than whatever. But at the end of the day, right? When we look at a new generation, when we buy all these cards, when we do all this, it's so that we can get better visuals.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, you want to load more of the world and all that stuff too. That's great.
No, it's so it can look better.
Yeah, looking better is important. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like this whole thing. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was about to say something really mean.
I was just going to say, I just don't like this whole thing where people try to act like they don't want things to look better. And I get it. Some of it has to do with accessibility. Not everybody can get a PS5 right now, like we just said, right? But also, like, no, as far as, like, when the new consoles come out and as far as what is higher quality, a game running at 60 frames per second by default looks better than a game running at 30 frames per second. And I can say that's my opinion, but I feel like that's just common sense. Like, I don't think it's really up for debate. Yeah, but but no, if you haven't,
Now multiply from 10 backwards.
No, but let it run. I was about to take my headphones off.
Hey, look, when you get one of these and you can press buttons to do things like this, all right?
Now multiply.
Send it to Amazon for that shit. What the fuck? So I can find it somewhere else that's not Amazon.
Also, we don't want copyright, so
no copyright. Number three. Yeah, this is why you were talking about this. Speaking of
120 frames per second. Huh? What?
I said this is why you were talking about this. Yeah.
Speaking of 120 frames per second, right? For all my Neo boys out there.
I'm about to start playing.
We got Neo Collection coming out. Neo 1, Neo 2 coming out in 120 frames per second on your brand new $3,000 television and your $500 PlayStations and Xboxes. Whoa. Neo's not on Xbox, is it?
No, never been on Xbox.
And your $500 PlayStations 5s, you're going to be able to play Neo 2 and Neo 1.
Okay, so can we talk about how nobody has a fucking 120 hertz 4K TV, and we need to stop acting like that's like something that everybody has right now? Because even Digital fucking Foundry and a bunch of other people who reviewed this console are like, I didn't have the correct TV to test this part. Like, they can't even show us 120 frames per second because nobody has the equipment for it, and then monitors aren't even compatible with the PS5. So. I don't know, man.
This weekend, so starting on the 20th, Walmart has a sale. You can get a 120 frame, 20 hertz per second TV for $600 and the other one for $800.
How big are they?
I think it's like 55 and 75, something like that.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah, so you can get a TV if you want. Here's the thing. I like, that is a problem, right? These 120 hertz televisions. There are a lot of problems with the television industry. There's the fact that most people who buy televisions buy trash TVs.
Yes.
If you're buying a television for like $500, 65 inches, you're gonna look at it, you're gonna be happy, and it's gonna be beautiful for you. But that $500 television, 65 inches, compared to a good television at 65 inches is trash, basically. Yeah. But that's the thing with TV. you don't know what you miss until you're missing it. Number one.
Yes.
And number two, like you the some people don't really care that they have the blackest blacks. You just want the blacks, right?
You just want the blacks. Yes, I agree.
Some people don't care that you have a little glare on the screen. Some people don't care. Like, and that's the problem with getting a TV and trying to justify spending $3,000. Like, yeah, that's gonna be $3,000 TV.
Yeah.
But someone's gonna. A lot of people will visit and not really know the difference unless you like show them. Like, look at my 4K Blu-ray.
Let me turn the PS5 on real quick. Yeah.
So because of that, a lot of people. First of all, there aren't that many 120 hertz televisions.
No.
And
I'm looking at one right now, and all the ones I've looked up while we've been talking have been out of stock anyway. So.
Right. And you're talking 4K, right? If you were to get a 4K 144 hertz monitor, that's going to set you back $400, $500, $800, like minimum. 400's on sale. Like you're spending $500 for a 27-inch, 30-inch 4K, 1440 P 144.
Right.
Like that's hard to get. You know, like, and
Very
if you're going 4K, you're spending so much money. You put that to the TV, you're spending a lot, like $1,000 for a screen. So I don't know how quickly this 120 hertz thing is going to catch on for the PlayStation and Xbox.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that Sony and Xbox have the same plan. If they give this machine that can do it, you're going to have more TVs coming out that can do it to accommodate these machines because they know it's an enthusiast market. And it's a big market. Gaming is a giant market now.
I mean, isn't that what happened last time with HDR and a bunch of other stuff? Like, they released...
It's the same thing, right?
Yeah. They released Horizon Zero Dawn. Nobody could see how good that looked until they got the right TV. And they got the right TVs.
And Blu-ray and stuff. So, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. There are some that I want to look at getting, but also the reviews for those say that they're at a 6, right? Like 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
But this TV right here, which is beautiful and amazing, is also a 6 out of 10, which I love. So I don't know. I might shell out the $600 and get a 120 hertz TV, and then wait for next December to get a PlayStation because they're not out yet. But
don't wait until next
December. Anyway, Neo 2.
Get the PlayStation before you get the TV. Fuck that. Jesus.
Neo 1, Neo 2. Well, I said that because they might be out of stock still, because no one's got a PlayStation. Neo 1, Neo 2, collection, 120 hertz. I think it's all in 4K as well.
Yes.
I'm excited because saves carry over, which is great.
It
gives me a reason to like go back and keep playing. But at the same time, I don't want to like get burned out on Neo again, because when I play Neo, I play Neo.
Yeah, didn't you get
the
platinum?
I do want to say
like
what
the
it
first
looks like.
month?
Yeah, I platinum both. Both are platinum.
Jesus Christ.
The good thing is for the Neo 2, right? You get the upgrades for free. You have Neo 2 on PlayStation 4, you get the Neo 2 remastered, complete edition stuff. When you upgrade Neo 1, you have to buy again, though. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think
you have to buy Neo 1 again.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no,
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Neo,
I'm excited because
I'm
kind of happy I waited to play Neo 2 because I know it's coming out in February, but I'm glad I get to play it now. I'm gonna finish Neo 1 first. I kind of almost don't even want to. I kind of just want to move to the second one, but this is good. I think that this is great because I think Neo is probably one of the best new PlayStation series. I know I talk a lot of shit about Neo on this show. I know it's a joke. I don't actually think Neo is bad. It's really good. But yeah, I hope they keep Neo going. I hope we see a Neo 3 soon. I would like to say, I see a lot of fucking weird YouTube videos that are like, Neo 2 was the most under the radar PlayStation 4 game last year. Then why are y'all talking about it? It wasn't under the radar. People fucking played it. Like, it's a popular game.
I think the thing is, like, when it came out, it was right at Corona time. And so
yes, it came out in March. Yeah.
I just think fewer people were talking about it who weren't like already really into Neo. And then everybody's always talking about Animal Crossing and stupid stuff like that. So
Animal Crossing's lit.
You got like 1,000. You got 1,000 articles about Animal Crossing and
Hell
Pikmin
yeah.
and fucking Mario Sunshine coming out
You sound
for the
salty.
third time. But
You sound
no, I'm
salty,
just
sir.
saying it's how it is. I mean, I think Neo is if you like Dark Souls, but you want a little less stress, and you like Devil May Cry, but you want a little less hectic, and you like the challenge of those games,
Or
but
Ninja
you also
Gaiden,
like
yeah.
you like a power ceiling that's very, very high. Because you can get so stupidly strong in this game. And you have many options to do it. You don't have to only be a magic guy or you can be whatever you want in the game and finish it. That's what makes it fun.
Chevar came in my game and just one-shotted everybody when I was playing Neo 1, so that was fun. Yeah, no, I'm gonna probably speed through Neo 1 soon, and then start Neo 2, because I know we have the DLC packs and everything, and I know it's fun, so I'm trying to get to that shit. Hopefully soon.
Right. All right. Well, that's been the news.
Yes.
All right, guys, look, check it out. So Koanik has been stealing my computer for the past week, doing stuff like games, streaming. So it gave me time to actually look at some Japanese news. And we're gonna start light this time. We're not gonna talk about the coronavirus and how the Japanese government has been encouraging everyone to go out and eat and travel, but then locked out all the foreigners, and then blamed all the foreigners when the rate spiked. We're gonna talk about the dead body found in the street that like 4 people stared at for whatever reason, and then they go. We're not talking about that. We're not gonna talk about the police chief who he was stealing panties, taking pictures of girls on the skirts, up skirts, whatever you call that. And then when he was interviewed, he's like, "I have an interest in women." We're not talking about any of that. We're gonna talk about a little lighter story about a man. And we'll call this man. What do you want to call this man? Let's call this man Ichigo.
Right. So the guy from Bleach, yes.
In Hokkaido, a man requests an ambulance.
Imagining a guy in his 20s who's blonde.
In a 15-hour meal. So let me speak, man. You're talking over me like I'm.
Sorry.
Man requests ambulance after 15-hour meal in a family restaurant. Now, a family restaurant in Japan basically means
it's a maid bar.
A restaurant you sit down in, and it's not your typical just Japanese food. Maybe it has like a mix of American food or Italian food. The food's usually pretty cheap. They might even have things like buffets. They have refillable drinks.
Yeah.
That's a family restaurant. So at 7:25 p.m., Ichigo, November 8th, arrived at the restaurant, ordered a set of breakfast, which included toast topped with cheese. Now, you might think, Ichigo, he must be lactose intolerant, and he just like shat himself in that seat for 15 hours. No. See, Ichigo decided to stay. He stayed at the restaurant through breakfast into lunch. That's a Chad move right there. Upon which time he placed another order. I've done this before. I went. It was one of those late nights that turns into a really early morning, and you're chilling with a bunch of bros. You're sitting there eating your Shinmu curry, and then next thing you know, it's like 12:30 on a Sunday, and there's no fights. So what do? You order the hanbok. So he stayed at the restaurant through breakfast into lunch, placed another order. I'm gonna say he ordered. What do you think he ordered? Chicken namban. I'm gonna say he's a chicken namban guy. Yeah. I'm just gonna say chicken namban.
No, he's weird. Right? He ordered like egg curry or something.
Dinner time rolled around, and he made some more selection from the menu.
Oh.
I'm sure some kind of sweet cake, maybe strawberry.
It's
probably
at dinner time.
Probably some gyudon, something like that. And around 10:50 p.m. So this guy has been there for 15 hours. He ordered 8 orders, and he started calling an ambulance. And he said he felt itchy all over his body. Ambulance got there. He refused to get into the ambulance, and then he refused to pay his bill. Now, how much do you think his bill was? 8 orders all day.
8 orders for just himself, I would say that's like a couple
for just
hundred,
himself,
a couple $100, a few $100. I would say like maybe like 150.
3,007 yen. This
wait, what? That's
roughly
like
translates into $30.
What the fuck?
Family restaurants. Family restaurants are pretty cheap. Okay, family restaurants are pretty cheap.
Wait, what?
So I would say, so he spent about $30.07. Except he didn't spend it. He refused to pay because in his pocket he only had 20 cents, and he got arrested and taken in. Now he'll probably be okay, right? He has a job. He's not a homeless guy. You know, you've been in this situation before, right? I've been in this situation before. He walked into a place, and he's Okay, there's a thing. It's not all people do this, but to me, it's been pretty common, especially on the weekend. Especially on the weekend. A lot of people in Japan tend to just wear the same clothes. So on Saturday, they wear the Saturday. Oh my God, your cat just attacked you.
Yeah, it's because something fell and he freaked out.
Okay. So on Saturday, they wear Saturday clothes, and Sunday they wear Sunday clothes. Not everyone does that, but there are some people who do that. And you know what? This man went into that restaurant with his Saturday pants, and it was a goddamn Sunday. he thought he had them. He thought he had the money in his pocket, and when he went to pay after ordering that beautiful breakfast, he probably got. Right? He didn't have the money, and so instead of like skipping out, walking out, or calling a friend, probably doesn't have friends. His friend probably live across the country.
No, he probably does not have friends.
Or calling a coworker. Or anything, or going like saying you gotta go, anything, right? He decided to ride it out and to not look suspicious. He ordered more food.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, that's some genius level shit.
That's brain wrinkle right there, my boy.
Smart. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty fucking smart. That is a genius level play.
What would you have done if you're in that situation?
Oh, okay.
You're wearing Saturday pants and it's Sunday.
Okay, so listen. I might have done the same thing because that's actually a pretty good idea. Especially if it's only like $30. Like, yeah, just chill, eat some more food. I would have tried to dip and then come back eventually. I would have waited until like somebody wasn't looking, and I would have like scooted out the window or something, or like ran out the front door. But no, I think he had a sound strategy until he didn't have an end game. I feel like when you don't have an end game, we don't know what you're gonna do after you get caught. Then you're in some trouble. But I feel like he also should have phoned a friend. He should have called somebody. If he was in that much trouble, he should have just asked somebody for help.
He should have asked some. He had time, right? He had 15 hours to figure it out. I've been in a similar situation. All right, I was with a friend, and she was pretty drunk, and we were at some ramen place, and we had just been somewhere, so we had to lock all of our stuff in a locker.
Right.
It's just what you had to do. Right. And I went to the restroom. This is like really late, like 2 a.m. or something. And I went to the restroom and I come back and she's gone. But she's also gone with the keys. And the keys lead to the locker. The locker has my wallet in there. Right. Thank the Lord. I had my phone on me.
Oh, that's good.
So I couldn't pay for the ramen.
Oh, Lord.
And I called her and she was knocked out somewhere on the corner. So not answering the phone. That's how it works. Right.
Okay.
But luckily I had my phone and I had a few people I could call. And I called a couple of people who I knew were close by at the time at 2 a.m. And one of them came, helped me out, $12. He ate her ramen.
Wait, what? Wait, back up. You didn't have $12 on you, Chief? You good?
Bro, I told you my wallet was in the locker. The keys to the locker were in her purse.
Likely story.
So I got out of it, right? I didn't have to wait 15 hours for the place to
15 hours? My man said.
So anyway, poor guy.
Keep feeding me.
Poor guy. We just hope.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll get out. But that's been your Japanese news for the week. Main topic: Capcom leaks. Okay, here's the thing. Hey, check it out. Capcom they're being extorted. Someone stole
Ransomware.
about a terabyte of their data, and they want money or else they release it. Capcom's like, go screw yourself. Then they release 65 gigs of data.
Yeah.
It talked about Resident Evil demo. It talked about money, like deals with Sony and Microsoft.
Resident Evil
those kind of things.
7
Capcom,
release date. I mean, Resident Evil 8 release date. Yeah.
right? Those kind of things. And Capcom's still withholding. Of course they should. Like, screw you. Who cares? It's games.
Yeah.
And don't expect Halo at the Game Awards. I'm happy Microsoft nipped that in the butt.
Yeah.
Because
don't get people hyped up. Don't do that.
Yeah. So I want to hear about the PlayStation 5. What's the verdict? Scale of 1 to 10. What is it?
I'd say right now I'm at a solid. I like it. Listen, I'm at this point where I don't even know what I'm gonna do with my PS4. I think.
How many hours have you played?
How many hours have I played? Let me see. I played about 3 hours of Demon Souls. I played about an hour and a half of Spider-Man. Then I played about an hour and a half of Astro's Playroom.
So I can't expect a 15-hour review from you.
No, not yet. I'm still playing. I'm still doing the research. But okay, so here's a few things that I will say. If you're used to the PS4 UI, it's good and bad. They've reversed some of the stuff as far as like how you do some of the UI things. Everything is on that PlayStation button pretty much. If you want to do something, you just press the PlayStation button. It brings basically that top menu from the PS4. It's all on the PlayStation button now. People were not exaggerating when they said how fast you can switch in between games. I literally started Demon Souls and then said, oh, let me show you Haley Astro's Playroom. Started Astro's Playroom. She got a few levels in. As soon as she was done, I switched right back to Demon Souls. Was able to start up in less than 20 seconds. I was able to get back to my game. It's really cool.
Could you not be so liberal with the word literally?
Literally. So I like it. I really like it. I feel like if you're looking, I feel like if you have a 4K TV right now and you don't have a PS4 Pro, or you have a PS4 Pro and you notice the frame rate chugs sometimes when it's supposed to be doing the performance mode, the PS5 is the answer to that. It just does so many more things better than the PS4. It is a lot faster in terms of downloads. There are games that would have taken me 20 hours to download that take me like 3 hours now, which is insane. Games just run better in general. I've been timing a lot of load times. I'm pretty sure Tsushima's load times are like cut in half. It's ridiculous. Demon Souls is insane.
Those load times are already pretty fast.
I mean, for you, because you have a PS4 Pro. I had a vanilla PS4. The load times on Tsushima were fucking trash. Let me just say this. I feel like you'll see a big difference whether you have a Pro or vanilla PS4 or not. I would say though, if you're not somebody who really wants to play their PS4 games in better quality, if you're not somebody who's interested in the new Spider-Man, if you're not somebody who's interested in Demon Souls or anything that's coming out soon, I say you could hold off. I'm just not one of those people. I want my games to look better.
Okay, well, hold on. Can you give me an example of a person who's not interested in Demon Souls, doesn't want to play Spider-Man, doesn't want to play their PlayStation 4 games in a better version? Can you give me
a broke person who maybe usually plays like the same couple games, like Call of Duty and a 2K or some shit like that? That's the kind of person. I'm not. Like I said, I'm not one of those people. I like to play the latest games. I like to play them a lot. And let me tell you,
don't make fun of broke people.
The PS5. Well, no, I'm not making fun of broke people. I'm not like, no, I'm sorry. That wasn't supposed to be like derogatory. Like, if you don't have the money for it, I'm broke. I just saved up for it, and then I spent too much money, and I'm actually a fucking idiot. But, let me just put it this way. It's a lot more. It feels like next gen. Let me put it that way. It feels like your games you already have now in terms of backwards compatibility. It feels like you're playing what they were supposed to look like. In terms of the new games, the performance modes.
What old games did you play besides Tsushima?
I played Tsushima. I played Yakuza. I played Tony Hawk. I played Mortal Kombat 4. I played Mortal Kombat 4. Mortal Kombat 11 before the update came out. I played Spider-Man. the PS4 version before I downloaded the PS5 version. And
oh yeah. But also remember, if you do have a PlayStation 5 and you have a PlayStation 4 game that has a PlayStation 5 version, you have to actually press that you want to play the PlayStation 5 version.
Yes.
For whatever reason, it defaults to the PlayStation 4 version.
Yes. Yeah. So whenever you have a game, and I actually did this today, whenever you have the game, it's a PS4 version. Whenever you highlight it and go down to the right, it should say upgrade. Like it should have an option that says upgrade to PS5. And I did that today with Mortal Kombat 11. We have it downloaded. I went to the game after I downloaded it. It said upgrade to PS5 version. Sure. You keep the PS4 version on there, which I don't understand. I deleted the PS4 version because I didn't know why I would still need it on my SSD. But it's that easy. It does have to re-download it. Also, if there are any PS4 games and you're like, oh, I'm going to keep them all on the external and I'll keep all my PS5s on the SSD. No. If you want to play your PS4 game, like you're going to keep playing it like I'm playing Tsushima, put it on the SSD. It'll load faster. You'll still get the performance updates on a HDD or SSD external, but it will not be as fast as the one on the PS5.
Okay, so people had lots of glitches and glares with error codes and the hard drives getting like not running, and then the PlayStation being it like you put on rest mode and then you wake it up and not working. Biko is a rocket scientist. I don't know if you know, he went to school in Texas, which means NASA and oil. So he's rich, and he said he has. You told me that you have an explanation and solution for these people's problems.
Get a new hard drive. Get a new fucking hard drive. Also, just kidding. So I would say get a new hard drive because a lot of people I see reporting problems with their PS5 taking external games is they have an old hard drive. Get a new hard drive. It's probably old. You probably broke it at some point or messed it up. Besides that, another serious problem. I haven't had this happen to me. People said this happened to them. It did not happen to me. The biggest thing we're seeing is that people will say that they will be playing a game, try to download a PS4 game to their external hard drive, and then the PS5 will basically crash until you plug the hard drive out, and the hard drive will be unreadable. I have not had that issue, and it's because I had a fresh hard drive. When I had my old hard drive, though, I tried to play Tony Hawk off of it. That bitch was lagging. It was going through hell. Didn't work out. So I would say if you're having
using a hard drive or an SSD,
I'm using a hard drive. If you want to use an SSD, I would recommend that. I'm actually thinking about upgrading my PS4 stuff to an SSD because even PlayStation said this should just be regular logic. If you use an SSD external drive, you'll get faster load times. You won't see much else difference. You see resolution improvements and frame rate improvements on games you play on the external drive, even if it's an external hard drive, but you won't see improved load times. That's the load times will be better, but not that much better if you play it off of HDD. But if you play it off of SSD, it'll probably be closer. As far as setup goes, it's the easiest thing in the world to set up. If you're used to having a PS4, it's the same thing. Game sharing, I will say this. It looks unlimited so far. It's fucking nuts. I did something with Chevar's profile, and when you put your permissions for your games, it just says allow people on whatever PS5 console you're on to use your games, and you say yes. And there is no primary or secondary console anymore. That's not a thing. So you can just share games now. If you allow people on your console to use the license, then yeah, you can just share games, which is really nice.
What do you mean on your console? Because when I look at my phone, because you signed in on that PlayStation 5, it says it's my PlayStation 5. So what? Because
you can have more than one. So what it said in the settings is that any PS5 you were logged onto, as long as you say you can use this license, you can use the license. So for instance, there are games in your library that you have on your Japanese PSN account, right? And I can't access them because your Japanese PSN account isn't on my PlayStation. But if I logged into it and then clicked that option, then I could also use them. And you wouldn't have a problem with that when you got your PS5 and logged in and everything, because that's just an option you can have on your PS5. There is no setup primary console or setup secondary console anymore, which is, I think that's great.
You should also try the We should also try the logging in on the 4 and the 5 at the same time thing. See what happens.
We should try it. I mean, I've seen people try it already and it works. There's no issue. I don't know what it's like if you try to play together. I feel like that might be where you run into problems. Because I actually wanted to test out if...
Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, might as well. You log into PS4 and I'll log into PS5 and we try to play Tsushima together and see what happens. But I feel like that may be where it gets into trouble, is that you can't play the same game as somebody at the same time is where you might get into trouble. But everything is very smooth. The UI is a lot better. The way they introduce you to everything is better. The PS5 controller, the DualSense, is actually, it's about as cool as everybody's saying it is. It like puts in different resistance into the triggers. They do adapt to what you're doing in the game. There's like tension when you web swing in Spider-Man. When you pull triggers in some shooting games, it kind of like messes with the triggers. I think games like God of War and Last of Us Part 2 and Tsushima already have some feedback features in them as well. But one thing I've noticed about PS5 is that they actually have first-party games. So if you're looking to get one of these two consoles and you want one that actually has games on it, that you know,
look at Craig.
Like, yeah, look at fucking Craig right here. If you want to get a console that, you know, they actually put out one of their flagship games when it launched instead of saying that it's delayed until next year, I would get a PS5. I feel like right now in this very moment, if somebody were to ask me, which one should you get? Unless obviously you have Xbox games and you want to use your Xbox games, and they were like, listen, which one would I get more use out of? I would say the PS5. I mean, there's more stuff to play on it. There's nothing to play on the Xbox
for now.
Right now. There's nothing. What
for
exclusive?
Now, right?
The Xbox has no exclusives. There's none. There are literally none. I feel like the only benefit to it is having Game Pass, and that would be Xbox with Game Pass. That seems like a great way to go. Unless you have a PC, then why are you even doing that?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I have Game Pass on my PC, so it's kind of. I'm trying to think why would I get an Xbox? I do. I mean, I have Game Pass. I can play all that stuff.
Yeah,
and Game Pass is great. Like, once you start,
it's awesome.
Except that games disappear.
Yeah, but that's the only part that sucks. Except for the Xbox exclusives, those will always be there. That's really cool.
Right. But like, also, I don't, because I was looking at Xbox reviews, and it's really powerful. It looks nicer than it did before. I mean, it's not that much different, but it looks nice. And,
looks cool.
I don't know.
I don't get the point of
maybe if I get desperate enough for a PlayStation, I'll buy an Xbox.
See, but that's the thing is, like, I don't see, you have a PC, right? So I feel like you really don't have a reason, especially because the EA Play comes to PC next month. It doesn't. You don't have a reason, because they put Halo 4 came to PC today in the Halo Master Chief Collection, and guess what? They also added it to Xbox the same day. This isn't something that's been on Xbox. Like, they just added it to all the versions. So,
well, you know what, though? I know a lot of people are excited to play Cyberpunk on Xbox. I don't know why specifically Xbox. I know they're partnered up. They have a thing.
Is it because it's green?
Is more powerful. Well, Cyberpunk says they run better on the X of the box. So, but
I mean, Devil May Cry runs better on the PS5. So.
Yeah, but like marginally. Well,
yeah.
Well, thank you for telling us about all of your beautiful, wonderful PlayStation 5 experiences. All of us peasants are very jealous of you, and we hope that you have more information soon.
Oh, one more tip. Do not try to install a game from your PS4 on disc while you try to play a PS5 game. That didn't happen to me, but a lot of people reported crashes after that happening. There's just a lot of weird stuff happening right now. None of this has happened to me. I've done all these things these people said, crash their systems, and it has not happened to me yet. So, just full disclosure.
Make sure to follow us on Twitter at Super Chevy Bro. You can follow us at Facebook at Super Chevy Bros. Also on Instagram, Super Chevy Bros. You can follow me at Super Chevy Bros on Twitch, and you can follow Biko at Super Chevy Biko on Twitch. You can also see me at Super Chevy, but that's more of, I'm just use that one really for moderating your stream and Kalanica's stream.
Fair enough.
but yeah, follow us there. Talk to us there. We are going to. My iPhone's on the way. I guess I don't know. Once that comes, I'll have
Wait,
my hand computer. So.
how does mom get? How did mom get hers before you?
Because hers released a month ago and mine just came out a week ago.
Oh, you got the 12. You got the
I
fancy
think the
one.
Oh yeah, baby. I got the 12 Pro Max. All right. I got the 12 Pro Max. All right. Yeah, baby. Yeah. All right.
Okay,
Right.
that's fair enough.
So join the Discord. You can find the link on our Twitter.
It's
We will
there.
post the links from the show, like the stories and stuff, so you can look at them yourself. We will be in there. I'm trying. I have a really bad phone. It takes me like 20 minutes to open up Discord.
Same.
And
We have the same phone.
we have the same phone, so it's. But once my iPhone gets in, oh, I tell you, I'm gonna be everywhere.
I'm gonna try to buy my girlfriend's dad's iPhone 11 whenever he decides to give it up. So hopefully I'll be in there more too.
Man, boss up and get a 12. All right,
Boss up?
get it.
You say boss up?
Boss
Is
up.
you know?
Boss
I
up
want to
and
tell
get
you
a
a funny.
12,
I want to
right?
tell you the funny tweet I saw the other day. Is I saw somebody say, so I don't think y'all understand why Cubans voted for Trump. See, socialism doesn't allow you to boss up, and Cubans don't like that.
Well, thanks for listening to the show. This has been the Super Chevy Brothers Podcast. I am your co-host, the Chevar, and then he is your other co-host, the Chevals. This has been Super Chevy Brothers Podcast. Catch us later. Goodbye.
Bye, y'all.